Do you have time for a few questions?
Absolutely.
All right. So I know you've been asked a million times, but I have to ask, why Girl Talk?
The name?
Yeah.
Just because when I was starting to do music, I played with a lot of people who were just like super kind of borderline academic, very serious people, and that's cool. Like, I'm down with it. I was into the music. It just felt a little forced or contrived, and I was doing laptop music, which is oftentimes a very kind of borderline academic, nerdy thing, but I wanted to like fuck with that world of music. Like, I wanted to kind of like push them a little bit, so I chose a name that I thought sounded like a Disney group, or like a group that'd be opening up for Destiny's Child or something like that.
Wow.
I would pick the name that I thought would make them uncomfortable. Love making music, and I've been doing it since I was 14, and simultaneously it was never anything that was supposed to be money oriented. It wasn't like ever career oriented. It wasn't anything that you could like sustain a lifestyle out of. So so like a lot of the bands I grew up listening to or looking up to were people who had day jobs and, you know, do their thing elsewhere. So it's kind of the way I understood making music. Growing up, it's like you do it, and like the point is to be progressive and challenging and to make something interesting, and you know, from there you don't really worry about making money because it's probably never going to happen. So it's kind of like where I was at. So the fact that I can live off this now is very shocking and weird.
Gathered in their just like witches and black men. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Minds and plot destruction. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Sorcerer of death and destruction. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. War machine. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. I'm hated to make get out the way, bitch, get out the way.
I know a lot of people would be curious. What are you listening to right now?
I'm trying to think. Like this week, I've been on the road a bit. I bought the new Jay-Z, and I bought. I haven't really listened to it much, but I actually bought Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt and Jay-Z Hard Knock Life Volume 2, which are two cassettes I used to have and like listen to all the time when I was younger. So I've been kind of revisiting those because I don't have a cassette player in my car anymore. So I've actually been listening to Jay-Z Hard Knock Life Volume 2, which I think is an absolute classic, a lot this week. I'm trying to think what else I've been listening to in the car. The last Young Jeezy mixtape, Trappin' Ain't Dead, I've been listening to, and I think I'm always kind of listening to oldies and whatnot. Always listening to Nirvana. Actually, a lot of Guided by Voices recently. It's a band I used to follow a lot in high school. OJ the Juice Man I'm always listening to. Trying to think of another CD that's really been going off. Chavez. Just kind of always listening to. Yeah, it's kind of, I'm around like my tour manager and my friends, so I kind of like let them govern what's up when we're in the car a bit.
Okay. I actually heard that Nirvana is your favorite band. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I heard you also like to finish out your shows with Scentless Classic.
I haven't done it in a minute, but I used to do it a lot. I love, I feel like the shows are at a different place than they used to be. It used to be, you know, people would dance and have fun, but I used to feel like, cause, I mean, it's a very technical process. I'm kind of there triggering samples the entire show. So, like, I wish I could get in the crowd more. I wish I could kind of like have fun with people more, but it's very like have to be triggering things every second. So, doing Scentless Apprentice was a chance to kind of just get out there and scream at people and jump on top of people's heads, and, which I want to do the entire show. I just can't do it. So, I've kind of faded away from that just because I feel like musically the shows are becoming a bit more complete. Like they go in the direction they end musically where I want them to end. Whereas before it used to kind of be like, we would go all over, and then I would end with the singing note, and it would be like a wild, intense sort of thing, and then that would end the show. But I don't feel like it's much of a need to do that anymore. Even though I like doing it, just like I'm more proud, musically aware we am. Like I just like the shows. I don't feel the need to do that. Even though I like doing it, I just haven't done it in a minute.